And welcome back to the Frame100 podcast. I am your host, Jared Johnson, aka the Dude Brick, and I am with other people such as Samuel Huthy as Locker74 Productions.
Hey, what's going on?
Suited Ninja Nerd, Trevor.
What's up?
And Chris, the Goldberg Productions.
Oh, that's for Q. Hi guys, how's it going?
There's Chris. And
I'm here
with our special guest, James K. Wood from Brickfilm Day.
Hey guys.
Oh my God.
James K. Wood. I'm with Brickfilm Day. So it's great stuff.
As you can see, James is a little he's a little pale-faced, a little white, and deliberately says James.
It's incredibly racist.
You might James is not Australian. Let's get this straight. James is South
I was gonna say. Oh my God.
James is South African. Let's get this out of the way.
South Africa.
You might notice that
South African.
spoiler alert, that is not actually James, in case you didn't know.
What? No way!
I know. I said this.
My life is a lie.
You guys could have told me.
I thought James was an actual person.
I'm the real James of. Okay, I can't keep.
God.
Now, what the heck?
You gotta stay in character.
Here's the thing.
What?
James lives in South Africa, and it's like 10 p.m. or 11 for him right now, so he's probably dead asleep. So that's not his fault. That's just life. We're all tired these days.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. We thought he was gonna be here, but it's now, and he's not here. So,
but it's okay because we're still gonna talk about Brickfilm Day and all the films that happened in it. Because why not?
Yeah,
because we're the Frame100 freaking podcast.
And you know, James, freaking podcast, baby. We're all good, man.
And maybe
I had to improvise, so I actually don't know how you sound.
And maybe James will wake up at like 12 a.m. and see this podcast and join randomly. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know.
We'll find our next episode on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my God.
So before we get into the Brickfilm Day 2019...
All right, we'll see you guys later. That was bad.
Yeah, before we get to Brickfilm Day, just want to let you know that we have a new open host position.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Be gone.
It was a pleasure being on here for 2 episodes.
2 episodes. Let's go.
Darth goes to TPF and says, "You guys tricked me. How could you? He's my favorite Australian brick filmer." Okay, I'm gonna let this joke die before James is like, "I hate all of you."
Yeah. So before we get into the playlist of the Brickfilm Day 2019 videos, I guess we'll just go over some things that have happened in the past week or so that maybe people don't know. So what have we all been up to, guys? It's been like a week since the last podcast.
It's always been a week since the last podcast.
That's not true. That's not true. We have skipped some weeks.
That's
a lot of weeks.
Yeah, that killed everyone. I guess I'll throw something up on the screen.
Throw something on the screen, dude.
For screen share, is that working? There we go.
Yeah, it's working.
It is. Ooh. Don't kill your computer, please. Except I haven't used effect yet. Just the fists. I've been playing around a lot with special effects. I said that was my Brickfilmer's resolution, quote unquote. So we will see how this goes. But what resolution is that? Is that like 1080p? I don't know. Yeah, I zoomed out so I can get an idea where the fists are at, but this should be HD, or at least as darn close as I can.
It's close.
That was a really bad joke. Why did I don't like myself? Get out! What have you done? I'm leaving. Bye, guys. And yeah, there's actually 2 spots open for hosting now. Saber is, goodness gracious, it's amazing. Film Learning recommended it. I've been using it ever since. Goal now is I want to mask around the tornado here, and then I'm going to add some particles, so it's like throwing sparks as he's spinning. It'll be really cool. Don't you mean Ember? Don't you mean Ember?
Right, Trev, right.
The reason I say that is because we were talking about that one day, and I could not for the life of me remember what the word was for like the little wispy bits of flame that fly off of fires.
Sparks.
I kept thinking it was sparks, and I was like, that's not right. That's electricity. But no, it's embers. Jared finally was the one to figure that out.
So, Trev, I've been looking on the Twitterverse And I see a tweet from you that has a little short clip from something you're making. Tell the audience what you're making, sir.
Well, I finally started working on my horror film. Yay!
Yay! In February. Yay!
What's it about?
It's about spoopy stuff and actually, wait. Okay, I have a synopsis I put on BAB. Let me pull that up super quick.
Super quick. Hurry! Hurry!
It's very.
Trev, have you heard the term elevator pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard the term elevator pitch?
Give us a 30-second log line.
Yeah.
Boom. So this is your elevator pitch. You have entered the elevator, and I'm looking over at you, and I'm about ready to give you $1 million for your movie, but the elevator's only got a 1 minute.
Let me get my timer out, my stopwatch. All right, Trevor, you have 30 seconds.
Ready?
Give us the pitch. Are you ready? All right, and go.
All right, so it's a horror film regarding the fate of a family following their father's unfathomable doings. Yeah, it's spooky. The devil is involved in it, and it's gonna be really spooky. I've said that a few times now. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna push the boundaries on what I've done in the past. Focusing a lot on visuals and creep factor and stuff. But
Done.
Yeah.
Well, Trevor,
that was pretty bad.
Take a shot every time Trevor says spooky.
We don't.
we on the ground right now.
Goodness gracious. Well, congrats, Trev. I was convinced I'll fund your project. How does like $1 sound? Because I'm a college student.
That's right. That's true.
That's fine. Honestly, that couldn't get me not much, but it'll get me something, I guess. But yeah, if you guys want to, if you guys want to keep up to date on it, I mean, I'm not going to be posting a ton of stuff about it because I want to keep the project pretty secretive. But I will be posting a lot of stuff on Brick-a-Brack. I have a thread going for the project. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll have that. I can actually link that right now in the chat. And
see if this works. Nope,
yeah.
Backwards. All right, never mind.
I'll also be posting stuff on Twitter too. Like I just posted the first clip of it.
James is here.
Yay!
Woo! Oh, hey.
The real James.
Sorry.
Totally was not a fake James here earlier at all.
I've kind of just busting out of nowhere, really. Sorry, guys. I honestly, truthfully, I did forget because I was eating cake.
Extremely justifiable.
I will accept the excuse. That's fine. Eating cake, that's fine.
Thank you.
It's a valid excuse. I'll take it.
It's a very valid excuse.
We'd have a problem.
Mm-hmm. If it was pie, I'd be like, no, go away, you're out. We're done. We're done.
Pie's pretty good too, personally.
I'm not a fan, but
all right. Well, opening for a new host. Trevor
This guest introduction tastes the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so James is here, everybody. The real James. He's in the house.
That's true.
In the plastic and in the flesh, the real James is here. So I guess we'll start. Before we start talking about Brickfilm Day 2019, James, we're going to start with a basic interview, what we do with every single guest that we talk about.
What we try to do.
You better have your basic answers because the basic questions are coming.
Okay, epic. But I have a question. I have my own question first.
A question.
Tables have turned.
No, I'm just curious. What's the rules on cussing? Because I just naturally cuss, so I just want to know so I can stop myself from doing it.
Dude, so do I. Up top.
We try to keep it on the DL.
What if it comes out?
Monetization and all, but yeah,
oh really?
We won't.
Is this
we won't dox you. No, we're not.
Are you kidding me?
We're working on it.
We won't dox you or anything, but yeah, it just. I don't know. I guess be
don't post any inappropriate comments, guys. I want to be, demonetized or anything.
We gotta share the love.
Spiel.
But yeah,
doing that. Are they demonetizing videos because of comments?
Yeah, they just announced that. with
Yeah.
the whole
That's
pedophile thing.
it's going to be a pretty detrimental feature that YouTube is literally destroying their own website with. But you know,
Yeah.
That's the
why
worst idea ever.
a lot of them are going over to Twitch now. For that are like a lot of gamers, they're not doing YouTube anymore. They're going over to Twitch.
Not surprised.
The natural progression.
Yeah.
Platform
right.
for animators. Cough, cough. Twitch.
Cough,
Take
cough.
notes.
Okay, James. So tell us, what made you get into brick filming?
Dude, like just film in general, it all started with film in general, just that whole like interest in filmmaking and just making a video and a story that can be packaged into like a short little runtime, whatever, and then if other people can watch it and understand, just like that whole idea. And then I really got into Lord of the Rings because Lord of the Rings is epic. And the Brotherhood Workshop, I discovered Brotherhood Workshop. I can't remember how, because first I discovered Michael Hickox.
Oh,
That's probably in most people, yeah.
Everybody's got to start somewhere, I guess.
But then none of those two people really got me into it. I was like, eh. But when I found Brotherhood Workshop, I was like, yeah, no, I want to do some stop motion. So I figured out how to do it from actually a Michael Hickox tutorial, and then I got started with that in like around late 2013.
Okay, cool. So to answer the most repeated question on the internet, what is your equipment that you use, like camera, tripod, software?
Hold on.
I'll change my microphone. What do I use?
What do you use, man?
I'm using a Blue Snowball. Speaking.
Yeah, same here. Join the crew.
Basic. I use a Canon EOS 100D. So does BP actually, and it was quite funny because we got it at the exact same time for Christmas.
That's funny.
And it works really well. Use it with Dragon Frame, and then hit Film Express because I'm a cheapskate.
No, it's okay.
It works well.
We're all cheapskates some days.
Not wrong.
Not every day.
When you're brick filming, what are some of your favorite aspects of the brick filming genre? Like, do you like filming, lighting, set building, animation, editing? What's your favorite part of it?
Favorite part of the process?
That's a pretty rough question. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, when I think about it, like I genuinely just like having to get a film done. That's my favorite part of it, just having a completed film. And then a lot of time, that's why I enjoy editing, because I get to see the whole thing come together.
Right.
But I'll tell you what I really dislike. I really dislike set building, because more than anything, I just want to get to the animation and get that going. But I have to set up and build stuff, and it's I'm not really into that. I just want to, do the shots and then put it in the editor and get it all done and then put it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just disregard my seething. I'll just. Okay.
I like this guy.
Whole podcast is just ruined now. Whole podcast is ruined now. I find it funny because
yeah, it adds to the mock artist brick filmer divide.
It's funny because personally, I put too much time into set building. I like it a lot. I think I like editing more though. So I won't.
Well, also here, it's really hard to get bricks. So I don't even have a choice most of the time. Like literally, I can't go to like a Lego shop and get go to like the Pick a Brick thing and get bricks. Like I genuinely. Most of the time, I have to wait like a year to get like 2 of those bricks. Like, because when like one of my parents go to England or something, I'm just like, hey, can you like pop into a shop in like London or something?
You want to do solid?
Yeah. Maybe going a little off subject here, but are you involved with any lugs, any Lego user groups? Might be able to take advantage of like say BrickBulk.
BrickBulk? Oh!
That's a website.
Sorry, not BrickBulk. LugBulk. That's the name for it.
LugBulk.
A lot of Lego
I've
user
never
groups.
heard of that.
Yeah, they'll have like yearly things where everybody in the lug says, "Hey, we want to get this assortment of bricks," and they check in with Lego. I don't know the full details, but might be able to take advantage of that if you're in a lug.
Whoa,
No.
I never heard of that. That's
No, me neither.
James, are you like a brick filmer who are you like a Lego fan? Do you like going to stores and like buying new sets when they come out? Or are you just the guy that just has sets from the past and you really don't purchase Lego sets that much anymore?
Well, Well, my interest in stop motion was literally like directly linked to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I mean, like that you see, like my profile picture is literally Aragon, and it was the whole reason I got into it. And when I did, I had Lego before, but then I started buying like a lot of the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit sets. Right. Then when the last Hobbit film came out and they stopped making sets, I was super bummed out, and it was like, well, I can't even. When I think about it now, what films do I even make? Because I used to make a lot of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit films, and that's why I got the sets. But usually now I just make general stuff, like especially music videos. I'm really into making music videos just because I love, the medium of film and music videos, and music, and I just want to integrate that. Yeah. Because I'm not about to go start making my own music, because I know I'm not really into that. But that's why I don't buy anything. So I'm not really a huge fan of Lego.
Cool. Yeah. Is there any other? I'm assuming like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit is probably your favorite sub theme of Lego sets. But is there any other like theme that you're a big fan of?
Well, everything comes and goes, and I've only really been involved since 2013. So there isn't like a lot that I've been around for. Like Indiana Jones. I remember that was like a while back, and the original Batman stuff, that's long gone. And Harry Potter as well, even though they brought that back now.
Trash.
Oh no! we started a war. Oh, no.
Well, let's go read the comments real quick.
You guys literally helped me animate for Fantastic Brick Films.
Sorry, that's the only time I ever used Harry Potter minifigures.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
So I know, Trevor, didn't you have a question for James about his music videos? I thought you did.
Oh yeah, well, we could probably talk about it later, but
no,
I wanted to. Okay, well, we'll just talk about it now, then, I guess. Yeah, because I wanted to pick your brain about, because music videos aren't something you see a ton of when it comes to brick filming stuff. But like, what inspires you to do, that kind of stuff? Because I'm a fan. I like it a lot.
Hey, cheers. Well, when I think back to just there really isn't a lot of them. You're right. And when I think about Lego music videos, I mainly think about Dylan Woodley. Like, he's the first name that comes to mind with like the Coldplay, and then the Ed Sheeran one, and then the Foster the People.
Foster the People is so good.
And that lighting, that one is amazing. But it never really crossed my mind that I wanted to make music videos myself. It was more so when I started getting into music. Because you reach that age. I don't know if this is the same for most people, but you grow up listening like music in the background of music that your parents play, and then you reach like a certain age and you actually start like getting into music and listening to it actively. I mean, this isn't like for all people. Not some people like don't like music and just don't get into it, but like if you do, that sort of happened to me. And then like when I listen to songs, I like actually visualize like images and stuff. In fact, I had one for Gorillaz. Like when I first found Gorillaz.
What song?
And I still haven't been able to make it. Andromeda.
Oh. I was hoping it was going to be Clint Eastwood.
Sorry?
I was hoping it was going to be Clint Eastwood. I love that song.
Well, I think there's already a music video existing for that.
So, I gotta go check that out.
What? You never seen the Clint Eastwood music video?
I don't think so.
Really? Yeah.
I think I've heard the song.
Damn. Oh my god.
Have you guys not seen the Gorillaz music videos? What? That's like the one.
It was around the time. It wasn't the Now. It was the album right before that. I'm trying to. Humans, yeah. When Humans was releasing, that's when I had like first discovered the Gorillaz.
Oh, same.
I got big into their stuff, man. Like I started looking back on like all the stuff that they've done. Dare. That's one of my probably my favorite of their songs. It's good bop. But yeah, like I agree with you too. I mean, like the whole music thing, like I've been raised on music from the 80s. Like 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, exactly. So like that's all I listen to nowadays. I get so much flack for it because I'm not listening to, like 21 Savage and Lil Pump and all these trash artists that release stuff nowadays. Yeah, it's like I could care less about that stuff. The 80s though, music is perfect. Like it's so so good. Like Yeah, I love it.
I do think there's a lot of good music being released today. It's just that, you know, the whole what the public is interested in has definitely shifted. And I mean, you think about it, like I feel like bad music has always been released, but we only remember the good stuff, which is when you look back on like the music from the past, like that's all we remember usually. But the thing is, like, a lot of bad songs are the popular ones. I mean, there is a lot of good music being made today that's even more accessible, which is like it's really hard to find sometimes because it's not popular.
Right.
It's very
What's
true.
your opinion on Nickelback?
Oh, I never listened to Nickelback ever. I've literally never listened to that song.
Yeah, you don't need to listen.
They are a national treasure.
So to swing it back into stop motion brick filming, what are some of your favorite brick filmers of today?
Sam, you stop it right now.
Well, the first one that comes into my head is Fingers.
Right,
he's kind of underrated.
Very underrated. Very underrated.
I don't understand as well, like why? Because I swear I saw in Bricks in Motion, like someone rated his film like 3 out of 5. I was like, damn, how you gonna zoom up those fingers like that?
How am I gonna recover?
Yeah, seen someone rate it low. And then I mean, I also don't watch a lot of stop motion anymore. Like genuinely, I've honestly shifted away from the whole thing, and my only real connection and like the whole reason why I've stayed into it is like just doing new stuff. Like what's it? Well, Brickfilm Day. And then also I did I helped maybe I shouldn't say this, but I did help out with the Innocuous reviews. Just reviewing films, even though that was quite negative and toxic. Just reviewing films and just like doing different stuff in the brick filming world. It was really uplifting than just making films, you know?
Yeah.
Because it does get a bit boring.
This is gonna be like a really hard question, but do you have like a favorite brick film of all time?
Probably just I can't even say it. But the Henry and Edmund film.
Yeah.
Because I can't speak French, but copyright. I mean, that's what comes to mind as a perfect brick film.
Yeah.
So it's really
now,
good stuff.
As we move into the Brickfilm Day conversation, what did you and BP both come up with Brickfilm Day, or was it just one of y'all?
No, so it was just me.
Right.
But usually BP has always been the guy that I've always gone to whenever I've done something. So like in when was the first time I met him? You guys know the Marvel Brickfilm universe, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so when that broke onto the scene in the Instagram community, because you know the Instagram community is like full of like a lot of like superhero brick filmers. When that first broke onto the scene there, so many people wanted in, but they were like
they were very strict. Yeah,
very strict. So a lot of people just started making their own universes. And one guy, but this was like when it first started, so I was like I kind of bought into it. So one guy made a DC Brickfilm universe, and I joined, and so did BP. That's when I first met him back in I think late 2014, maybe sometime in 2015.
Yeah.
And the guy who organized it was so disorganized, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And it was sort of just me and BP leading the thing. And we got so frustrated with it that we just like complained to each other all the time about how terrible it was. And then from there, we sort of like did everything together in terms of like collaborations and just like projects. Like I did and I mean in 2016, the actual idea for Brickfilm Day, that was where Brickfilm Day kind of like had its roots. In 2016, I did a sort of an event to celebrate 15 years since the Fellowship of the Ring release. Which was, I think, the Lord of the Rings 15 years extravaganza, something like that. I don't know.
I mean,
we contacted like 15 people who were like, "Hey, do you want to celebrate Lord of the Rings 15 years?" Unfortunately, because at this point the community had kind of died. It was like 2 years after the last Hobbit film had been released, and everyone kind of like just stopped making those songs because it wasn't really profitable and no one really wanted to see those kind of films anymore. And I guess the hype for them had like disappeared completely. So we got like 20 people. We contacted 20 people, but most people didn't have any Lord of the Rings Lego. Most people didn't really want to do it. So everyone dropped out. There was like 6 people who did it in the end. It was kind of a small thing. And we only announced it afterwards. Like we only like kind of made it public afterwards. And that was like sort of just like an idea, you know, just for fun. And then 2017, nothing passed. And then when we got to the end of 2017, I was like, oh, let's do it again. But this time for just any general brick film.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, you know what, let's do that. And I started contacting like 20 people. And then I asked BP, hey, do you want to do this? You want to help me? He was like, yeah, sure. And then, so I was the one who mainly organized the first one. BP did pretty much the entire organization for this last one. So props to him, because Jesus, it was
so
massive.
much.
Yeah. What was it, like 101 films, something like that?
Yeah, it was meant to be there was actually 100, but then the one guy didn't actually release a brick film, so we had to remove it.
Shame on him. Shame on him.
Big lad Jake. What the
Big
heck?
lad Jake. Oh god. But yeah, it was a big event this past month or whenever it was, I forgot. So why do you think, in your mind, why do you think Brickfilm Day is such a success? I feel like from when it first originated in late 2017, early 2018, I don't remember how many entries there was. It was like, what, maybe 40, 50 or something like that in the first time?
Jeez.
It's been a while.
I can't even remember what happened. We had, when we first announced it, we had 44 people.
Yeah.
And then a few people were interested, so we took on like a few more. And then by the end of it, we had like 56 people for the first one. So we pretty much doubled.
Yeah. Why do you think, I mean, I know you guys asked a lot of people, but why do you think it's kind of succeeded in that way, and how it's doubled over the year?
Well, because it's kind of like simple to, you know, enter, and it's like, why wouldn't you? If you've got a film on the back burner, might as well just enter it, you know, and be involved in an event, and because, you know, that's one of the things we want to do. Like with the interview that we released like a few hours ago, we want to like do promotional and fun stuff, like play Minecraft for no reason, and like make all the videos like just like video highlights and that, and podcasts, just, you know, just cause. To make it more interesting for people to want to partake, and, you know, just in general, like with the Discord, you know, it's a point of discussion. I mean, it's not as like when we did it on Instagram and we had it like hosted on Instagram, because Brickfilm Day 2018, Brickfilm Day 2018, the first one, that was very heavily hosted on Instagram. Like we had like 3 group chats, and everyone talked to each other, and it was very communal on Instagram. I mean, that sort of moved over to Discord and that. But, you know, that's the thing, you know, everyone just wants to talk about their films, and it just sort of acted as a hub and a reason for everyone to get together to actually talk about films and eventually release it on the day. And then, of course, it's also a way for us to promote smaller creators, because a lot of it, there's not a lot of kickback that the bigger creators get from it. That's just because there isn't much that we can give them. But with them helping by partaking, they're helping the small creators, because that's also why we have why we don't let everyone in, because we don't want someone who's gonna like be unreliable and not release a film, or someone who maybe will literally make a film in like 5 minutes and then release that or something like that. And also because there's only so much. Like if we had 150 participants, there's no way we could like effectively like promote that, because there'd be just way too many films and no one would care. I mean, even now I think 100 is way too many.
100 was a lot.
That was
running the social media was pretty stressful.
Yeah, Instagram spam, jeez. When I open that story now, my phone just lags.
That's crazy. But it was effective. I mean, a lot of people, they like the films, they like watching all of them.
Yeah.
I guess, what word do you say is that ideal mix between a large group of creators to promote and, I guess, an oversaturated number of creators to promote?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we promote it, and then also because of like a big creator will make a film and then link the playlist with all the other films. Someone who's like a fan of that big creator will see the playlist and they'll click on it and they'll see all the other videos, and not knowing like any other creators, just watch the playlist, and then if they like what they see, maybe they'll subscribe, and then in that, you know, we're helping out the small creators and getting more known. I mean, did you guys see Report?
Yes.
James videos. That guy only had like 275 subscribers, and it was so good, and now he has 309 like since he uploaded that film. So it is kind of effective.
Nice. Why am I not participating? That's my next question.
He had more subscribers than me when he started.
Do you think that you guys can do Brickfilm Day for the next, I don't know how many years? Like, how long do you see Brickfilm Day happening?
Let's see. Where do you see it in 5 years?
Hopefully I'm not playing as big a role. I mean, I kind of had a backseat for this one, but it's just because I was a bit lazy. I'm not gonna lie. But I usually always do promotional. BP's the kind of guy who does like the organizational, and I do the promotional. Like I make all the videos, like most of the highlights are made by me, and pretty much all the videos on our YouTube channel are edited by me, with like quite a few exceptions. But generally, I'm the one who makes them. Just because I'm that promotional guy for some reason, like kind of like self-assigned myself into that role.
You're the front guy, BP's the back guy.
Yeah, but it does get a bit tiring. Like we've been at it constantly with like a few weeks break in between since September last year, and that's been pretty hectic because it was the Bohemian Rhapsody thing, which was like. That really intense. And then the Middle Earth thing, I went away on holiday like in the build up to that, and I ran out of time to make a video, and I literally had to make a video on the day within a few hours. I did the same now for Brickfilm Day actually. I made a video within 4 hours because I ran out of time to promotional.
Yeah. Well, if it helps, I'm on a variety of other servers with a lot of animators. Not all of them are Brickfilmers. Actually, the vast minority of them are Brickfilmers. But every time I mention brick filming, someone mentions the Bohemian Rhapsody project. So you guys have
really?
large...
Yeah.
I've had multiple people on a couple of like Storytime animator servers like, oh yeah, like the Bohemian Rhapsody one. I'm like, yep, I know those guys.
You really get that well covered?
Yep. I'm serious. I was over on the server, the Amazing. I think someone mentioned on Tim Tom's server a while back. I can think of at least 2 different cases where somebody brought up Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was like, yeah, go check out those guys. They are really good.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I was a big fan. I was a big fan of the video. I remember when it came, when you guys had announced it, I wanted to be a part of it like so badly, but I know timing was not in the cards for me. But I mean, the end result was, it's beautiful.
How many?
I mean, you guys even.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
But like, I remember.
Oh, okay.
It was like a little less than 30, I think, maybe.
4,
Something like
5,
that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh my god.
Let's just say 28. I don't know. In between like 25, somewhere around 25.
That's pretty good. I mean, coordinating all 25 animators for what scenes probably took a lot.
I mean, James did like 40 shots. I can't remember how many shots you did.
I can't remember how many I did. I did somewhere like around like 35.
You did a lot.
The Action Brick did the second most. He did like around 20, and then Leo Brickfilm did about 16, and then BP did 8, I think, and then Amari Studios. I don't know how to say it.
I think it's
did
Amari.
about 7, and then eventually went down and down more, and then it got to the point where like some people were just doing one shot.
That was me. I did one.
Yeah, you did one shot.
Jared.
We had to literally find like as many people as we could to just do one shot.
It's crazy to think how many shots are in an actual movie trailer. Like at first, you think like it's not that many, but then when we started doing that Bohemian Rhapsody trailer, it's just like, oh my god, there was a whole lot.
But I think the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer just had a lot of shots in general. I mean, that trailer is... How long is that trailer? That trailer is 140 seconds. 140 seconds. 140 seconds divided by 123. There's a new shot every 1.1 second on average.
Wow.
Oh,
so
and then that movie sucked.
That's just a really fast-paced trailer, I think.
I feel like there's an opinion right now in the group on what we think about Bohemian Rhapsody. So,
I mean, it's all right. It's all right. It's overhyped.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as horrible. I know it's been getting like such. It's gotten like so much slander, and it's gotten
it's gotten a lot of shit, but it's also gotten a lot of praise. Like, I think it's an enjoyable film. It's just not like it's not Oscar worthy, Best Picture worthy, I would say.
It's
2 movies that are not Oscar worthy that are nominated.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Penta literally just commented that the editing of the movie was the same as the trailer.
True.
I can see that.
That's really accurate, actually.
She likes Suicide Squad as well.
Very true.
Yeah, there's a whole host of movies, and Trev, I think you and I, we watched a YouTube video about this when we were hanging out. It's the epidemic of, I guess, musical biopics.
Biopics, yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to pop up with like Bohemian Rhapsody, A Star Is Born, and like a list of others that. Oh gosh.
Well, A Star Is Born isn't a biopic. Well, I think the ones that were referenced in it was specifically were like the one about Straight Outta Compton.
Yes.
It was Straight Outta Compton, Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man, and then some other one about
Molly Crew, Dirt.
It's
coming to Netflix. Actually.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we also talked about one about David Bowie as well. I think there's one of those in the works.
Oh, I mean that one isn't a musical, but Ted Bundy, that's also a new biopic that's coming out. Oh, already came out. Ted Bundy one.
I have mixed feelings about that one, but
have you seen it?
I mean, I haven't seen it. I just feel
I already had mixed feelings about it.
No, like I'm sure the movie's fine. I mean, it's Zac Efron. He's whether you guys agree or not, I think he's an okay actor.
He is. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Even though I have a series about a serial killer.
Yeah, High School Musical is art. You can back off.
Well, it's really weird. Troy Bolton really kind of just down to be a serial killer. I mean, that's all I see when I see that role. But
the Neighbors films. Don't deny the Neighbors films.
Oh yeah, Troy Bolton went to college.
I think it's Bolton, yeah. Troy Bolton.
Troy Bolton went to college and just harassed everybody, and now he turned into a serial killer. I mean, it happens. It's a cinematic universe.
That's what college
does. He's got a cool grandpa, too.
He does have a cool grandpa.
That movie was
terrible. Robert De Niro. Getting back on track, though, yeah, like, where are we going with that? Because we were talking about, like, the whole biopic thing.
I don't know.
Like, there's a lot of them, Bohemian Rhapsody, the hype, but the trailer was still awesome, and people still think that the Lego recreation is great.
And then he just went into the big one.
And there's a lot of people stealing the video and posting it as themselves.
Are you serious?
YouTube copyright law.
Are they really doing that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is
pretty trashy.
Unfortunately, the one that because it was picked up by Brian May and Roger Taylor, like the actual Queen members, and
getting their approval on that, like them commenting about the video specifically, like you guys have to feel like you're on cloud 9 about that.
Cloud 10 actually.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Unfortunately, the one that they saw was a re-upload that was in terrible quality. Like it was ghastly.
Oh no.
Because someone had re-uploaded it and it was just annoying.
Have you guys tried to go through the copyright? I mean, I don't know if you mentioned this. Do we have to are you going to try and go through like copyright to get that taken down, or are you just not going to worry about it?
Well, it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of messy territory because it's like we don't, because it's been claimed because of the audio in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
You won't make any money off it as it was. And also because I think we tried to apply for monetization on the channel, on the Brickfilm Day channel, and we got denied, but I can't remember why. Oh yeah, it was because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Lego video. You guys know that video?
Yeah.
So we made a video recapping all of the Marvel films up leading up to Infinity War, and we had like I think it was 21 animators on that, I think. And we allowed people to upload their individual recaps, and someone went through our channel like an actual manual review to check if you were eligible for monetization, and we were like denied because people thought that we were like re-uploading other people's videos.
Oh my gosh,
that's why we got denied.
Oh man, that is that YouTube copyright system, man.
It's really messed up.
YouTube, we love you, but get your copyright thing figured out.
Yeah, like I'm holding out hope that this year is gonna mark when some of that crap actually gets fixed, because I know it was like I remember they were now like the whole comments thing. It's like they started out the year too, like doing a lot of good stuff. Like I remember they've with PewDiePie in particular, I know they've done. Like they've tried to disassociate themselves so much from him, but then the YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, I don't know how you say it. She like commented on one of his videos, like specifically talking to him about certain stuff I think related to the same topic, and I was like, that's a big step, pretty big step. Yeah, about the YouTube Rewind thing. Yeah, I was like, that's a pretty big step doing something like that. Like very very commendable. And I know there's some other like bits and pieces and things they've changed. And now they've kind of just thrown that under the bus with this whole disabling comment or demonetization through comments thing, and the fact that the copyright system has been still messed up for over a year now. But I'm holding out hope that come December 31st, 2019, things will not be a total, mess.
I think there's a lot of power in trying to get the people who originally created your the content you derived off of. Let me restart that. That was terrible. I think there's some power in getting the people behind the content that you were creating a fan version of on board with you. Like, I don't know how feasible it would have been, but do you think there would have been some sort of advantage in notifying the people behind the movie and saying, hey, we made this thing as a fan thing? Would there be some advantage? Yeah. Hey, we recreated your trailer. Or even just tag it on Instagram or something.
Oh, we did get coverage. I'm sorry to get back to that. So
That's right.
basically what happened was, it's so confusing what happened when people repost stuff, because this guy, James Rundle, he uploaded it on YouTube. Unfortunately, his re-upload of the video actually has double the amount of our views. He's sitting at around 500,000 views, which is crazy as well. I mean, there's probably in total, this video probably has millions of views that we just don't know about. Because it's been reposted on Instagram with hundreds of thousands of views and tens of thousands of views, and probably on Facebook as well, and probably on Twitter with no credit. And that's what happened. So I'm pretty sure someone re-uploaded our original video on Twitter or Facebook or something, and this James Rundle guy saw it and re-uploaded that onto YouTube, because that quality was so bad. Like, no way would he have uploaded it, because he uploaded it in 720p, but the quality was bad.
It was 360p.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
It looked like 360p, even though it said it was 720. So I'm thinking he must have gone to Facebook or Twitter or seen it there and done something like that. But one of the Queen fan accounts saw his re-upload and then posted that, and then tagged Willem Lee, who's the actor who plays Brian May in the film, and then Brian May saw that and he posted about it, and then the actual Instagram page for the movie saw it and posted it on their story. So in a way, the movie did see it, or at least the marketing people, the people who's in charge of marketing for the Instagram page saw it. So, I mean, I think that's as close as we can get to actually having the people behind it.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe from the get-go you could tag the beginning. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to create a solution that just wouldn't work, but it's a shame that's the route I had to take.
I actually just Googled Lego Bohemian Rhapsody trailer, and I can't find the re-upload. Is it?
Oh, yeah. For some reason, when you look it up, it doesn't show up. You have to look. Hold on. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm pretty sure you'd have to look up the guy's name. His name is James Rundle. It's James and then Rundle.
I'm not trying. I was just thought I'd Google it and see if I could find it, but
the internet sucks.
Oh, it's at 440. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I mean, with the Oscars especially, it's getting quite a bit more views.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, we should probably push that a little more.
Yeah.
So, where to kind of close things down a little bit? Where do you for this year? Does Brickfilm Day have anything planned that other Brickfilmers can participate in, possibly?
Truthfully, we're actually planning to take a bit of a step back. We're gonna chill out a bit after. Like I said, we've been going constantly since September. And we kind of just want to chill out, at least until summer. We're definitely gonna start doing events for Brickfilm Day in summer. I forgot. We wanted to do the thing with Brick-a-Brack, the contests. And we wanted to do that. But otherwise, literally nothing for a few months. I don't think I'm allowed to actually disclose what events we might be doing.
You're fine.
I understand.
Just in terms of like if people start asking us, I know we're going to be doing something along the lines of like the MCU recap, but for Star Wars in terms of the last one coming out, and we're also hopefully planning to do a sci-fi event because it's something because firstly it's 50 years since the moon landing this year.
Oh yeah! Oh gosh! Wow!
Oh yeah, it is.
Was that real?
Also, I think
It was real, Jared.
How many films are going to be released that are just saying jokes about it not being real, like about the moon being made?
No, but I'm on board.
Yeah.
And also, Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner takes place in 2019.
Yep,
so
2019.
A lot of reasons to do a sci-fi event this year, but otherwise, we don't really have much else planned.
I would do a Blade Runner video just like that. Well, basically, I am, but
yeah, please keep us in the loop when it happens because I think all of us would agree.
Oh, yeah. I'd stop a Blade Runner video.
What's it? Announce all our events across all platforms, but sometimes it's a bit difficult because it's like we make a video on YouTube and then we have to also write out a whole announcement first, and then it's like
yeah, as Chris, Jared, and I can attest to the same with some bric-a-brac related stuff, being mods over there. But
I'm not.
Sam's a loser. Moving on to probably the last thing we'll talk about. I also was wondering about the Finish the Story films that you guys have done.
Oh yeah, that was BP's idea actually.
I love those. And I guess talking about if there's going to be more of those coming in the future, that would be cool. Talking about where the ideas came out for those, the process you guys go through, and enlisting animators and telling them what to do and stuff like that.
Well, unfortunately, I did not come up with that idea. Well, at least on my own. That's more BP's thing. But I can tell you what I understand through his thought process. So, because back in 2016, when I was also just getting bored, I like to mix things up and try new things with stop motion. So in around mid 2016, I started making actual YouTube challenge videos because those are really big back in 2016 and 2015, all that.
Right.
I was like, let me just do that, but in Lego. So I did a Chubby Bunny video in Lego.
Chubby Bunny, oh gosh.
And then I did a Finish the Story video where basically we went in a call, 3 people, and we did the actual thing where you say a sentence and the next person has to carry on until it makes a full story, and we recorded it and we made it into a video and I animated bits to it, and that was basically the initial, that's where the inspiration came from what I understand. And then BP was for a long time he's wanted to do something where a bunch of animators come together to make a coherent storyline, from what I understand. I just hope he doesn't end up listening to this and then getting mad at me for butchering what actually is true.
And next week's guest is BP.
Brickfilm Day Part 1, Brickfilm Day Part 2. And so Halloween, I don't know why he wanted to do it specifically for Halloween. I guess just as a thing, because it's kind of lame if you do a Halloween event where everyone just kind of makes a Halloween brick film, because people make Halloween brick films anyway. So I think this was a much better alternative and idea. Unfortunately, it actually happened. It coincided with the exact, or unfortunately or fortunately, it came out at the exact same time as the Bohemian Rhapsody thing. So things coincided, but so BP usually contacts all the animators for that, and the idea is that we never get the same animator twice. Save BP though, because he's kind of the guy who organizes it, so he'll usually add in extra snippets.
Makes sense.
And just to rework things, because sometimes, for instance, the Halloween one, you might think the things actually in the order of the people who did it, but BP actually shifted. For instance, someone who went 6th, their thing showed up as the 9th clip. He actually swapped some around, and it actually worked better, surprisingly. And then he added in extra shots so it would make more sense. And then he would edit that, and then he'd send it over to me because I did the sound design for both the first one and the second one. And then we upload it. But the idea is we never get the same animators twice. So
I like that originality.
Yeah, just also like to let as many people as possible participate. So it's not like, and then also people are like, well, why didn't you let me do it again? You let so and so do it again. Like, yeah, I'm sure like
we didn't
same animators, but there's so many talented people out there. Like, I seriously don't think we're gonna run short anytime soon.
Right.
Yeah. There's always
I'm pretty sure we've already set up for the next one, but don't quote me on that.
So no, I got this, Trevor. Back up.
Okay, fine, but jeez.
So, do you have anything planned for the rest of the year? I know you're making a music video, the one you were going to do for BFD, but
me specifically.
Other than that, do you have anything else planned for the rest of this year, for film-wise?
Like in terms of my own films.
Yeah.
Oh, hell! So I can't even do the voice correctly.
Hell yeah, mate.
I'm working on 2 music videos right now that I have a really hectic schedule. Like, jeez.
Understandable.
I'm trying to say,
all of us do.
So I have a talent show that's going on March 14th for my school, and I really want to enter a new film.
Do it. Yes.
No. Right. So I've got one film that I'm doing, right? And I'm like, okay. Halfway through making it, I decided I don't actually want to do this. I'd rather do something else, which is another song which I want to do. So now basically what I've done is I've decided, you know what? Okay, I have half of this one done. Let me quickly try and work on the other one, and then I'll see if I can finish that in time. And then if a week before the deadline, if I know I'm not going to be able to make it, get it finished, then I'll just quickly swap over to the other one and finish that one instead. It's really bad thinking and probably not a good idea at all to do that ever.
Pretty darn efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works. So
if it's stupid, it works. It's not stupid.
Yeah. But so I have like basically just music videos this year. Really.
Cool.
That's nice.
That's it. I think, just music videos, really.
Awesome.
I like being free and open. No commitments.
Right. So as we start to close down, do you where can people find you on social media, like you and Brickfilm Day as well?
I don't even use Twitter anymore. I'll just put up Brickfilm Day because that's literally the only social media I kind of use. Brickfilm Day has the Brickfilm Day server, Discord, which is, I mean, you can't really find that. We have a video on our Brickfilm Day channel actually promoting the server. So sometimes, every now and again, we'll just get a random person popping in because it's not like we have a website. Like we can host it like Brick with Bricks in Motion. So we have Discord server. I don't know how you'll find it though. We should actually probably put that in like the about section.
I think I can get a link. Can I?
Yeah, we can put one in our description.
Oh yeah. Cheers, guys. And then also Twitter at Brickfilm Day and Instagram at Brickfilm Day. We'll always post about stuff on there, like literally. So if you follow that and you're on those sites actively, you'll literally never miss anything. And then usually with Brick-a-Brack or Bricks in Motion, we only actually. What the heck? We just got a new person joining the Discord.
Hey, what's up?
Wow. And this guy an entry. Just take my word for it. I'm kidding.
And then Bricks in Motion, we don't post often on Bricks in Motion about events. We do mainly more on Brick-a-Brack though. I don't know why, it just works out that way.
It just works out, man. It just works.
Yeah, I don't know why actually now that I think about it.
Well, speaking of, if you need help with news, talk to me.
Hey, epic, cheers.
There we go. You have an in.
But yeah, pretty much we use Instagram, Twitter, and Discord.
Awesome. James, it was a pleasure having you on today.
Oh, cheers, man. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
And we would love to have you on another time if possible. Maybe next time with you and BP if he's available.
Well, he said in the next like 3 weeks. So
true.
So he's got a hectic schedule, even more hectic than me or anyone else I know.
Yeah. So if you guys need to promote anything BFD related, you can just talk to us, and we'll promote it on this podcast as well.
Yeah, we could throw a mention in about it.
Yeah, we could throw it in. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are working on some new format stuff, so we may be able to do more. We'll figure out a plan.
We'll start selling advertising.
Billboards.
Yeah.
Are you guys
sponsored by Brickfilm Day? No, we can't.
All from America? Yeah, we are.
Wait, I can do an American accent. Now I fit in. I should have just done an American accent. There's like this whole thing, and then just like confused all of you.
You really could have.
For the record,
it's pretty accurate.
I have never heard someone actually try and imitate an American accent before. I don't know why.
Really? Tom Holland, man. What the heck? Tom Holland. What's her name? Nebula.
No, like actually trying to do impersonation versus I'm just acting as this character.
The guy that
we all do that thing where we all make fun of different accents. This was perfect.
Yeah.
What's the name of the guy that was in Get Out? He's British.
That dude.
Daniel
Kaluuya.
Yeah, he's British and he plays American accent. So
I mean, like deliberately playing it. I mean, like trying to exaggerate.
Well, like Chadwick Boseman, he's American, but he does the Wakandan accent. He does.
That's not real, Trevor. That's not.
Shut up.
China's not a real country.
You guys know the South African accent, the Wakandan accent. It's South African. It's pretty hectic. I mean, I like to do accents myself. I can do 4, which is American, English, Australian, and South African.
Chris wasn't far off.
I mean, I totally did not.
You'll understand if you go back and watch the beginning of the stream, James.
Wait, what?
Oh Lord!
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's okay. You don't need to know.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's probably offensive.
But yeah, I think. Should we end it here, Chris? Should we end it since it's past 3?
Yep, we should probably call it quits. Yeah, you guys have heard of the man himself, Brickfilm Day. Check him out. Go support the work. Yep. Check the name on the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer recreation that you watch, but also make sure to stay tuned for all their events. And on behalf of the Frame100 podcast, thanks for joining us today. We will be seeing you guys later. So peace out.
Yeah.
Bye.
We did it.